Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talking Movies with D, and that's me. Here on the show, we give you all the latest and everything movie news related, and me and the big guy here give you our opinion on what everything means. I'm your host, Derek Woodron, actor, movie buff, and model, and I'm joined by, who's always here with me, the big guy, crazy guy, OJ. What's good?
What's up?
Thanks again for joining us, and this week's been a big week for anything movie news related. There was a Star Wars celebration. There's been like 5 trailers for different movies. So there's a lot that we could talk about, but the two big things we're going to talk about today, first being the Star Wars trailer, which it made the most sense. The second teaser trailer dropped at Star Wars Celebration this weekend. So, OJ, what did you think of the trailer? And he's not a big Star Wars fan, so this is kind of good that he's going to talk about it. He's just a casual Star Wars fan kind of, I guess.
First and foremost, like you said, I'm not really a huge Star Wars fan, but with that being said, it didn't really make me want to see the movie. The trailer was good. I think it left teaser left a lot of speculation open as to what's going on, who's this, who's that. And I know a little bit from some of the older movies, but I never stayed up with it. With that, with all that being said, it leaves a lot of speculation, like whose hand is that? What are they doing over here? What are they doing that? So it made me interested in that aspect of speculating of what's going on in the trailer, but it didn't make me personally want to run out and see it. So
the movie does come out on my birthday, so you got time to get excited for. I mean, Avengers is the next big movie that comes out. Then when you get around December, my birthday, the day of, it does come out. So I'm just saying, it's going to be a great movie because, 28 years later, something else great happens. The Star Wars movie comes. 20 years before that, it was me being born. Just saying. But anyway, me being a big Star Wars fan, sorry. I was listening to Star Wars Celebration, the live cast. I wish I could have went. I would have went if I could. I have a bunch of audiobooks, but instead of listening to music at work now, I listen to those. I listen to one right now. The comic books, I'm up on those. So Star Wars stuff related. I think you teased me last year because you saw something said May 4th, and you're like, Derek, did you hear about this May 4th crap? Like, yeah, I watch Star Wars because May 4th. So I'm a pretty big fan. I'm not big as some people, but I'm a pretty big fan. And basically, this teaser trailer was definitely something for the fans. I thought it would get everybody excited, even people who are casual.
I just finally re-got that joke, like May 4th, like
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah. Got it. My bad.
Is this a year later you're getting this?
I got it before I said I re-got it. I was like, why are you bringing that up? And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows. See, now you guys know.
We kind of talked. We talked about it earlier. It's like he doesn't really get Star Wars because he's not too bright up there. He's all gorilla muscle, so he's not really getting lightsabers. He's like, what's that light thing? How that hurt you? I don't know. But anyway, so basically, with the teaser, like a lot of diehard fans were like crying. Like I'm not one of them, but there's a lot of videos of people crying and tripping out. And I think the funnest thing with it, or anything really fan made, or like something that's like comic book movies and stuff where the fans are like really dug in, is that all the stuff that comes after. Like they did there's a little video of like Matthew McConaughey from Interstellar, and it's like him watching it, so he's like and people really doing it, crying like that. So it's like I saw that was too funny, and some other stuff that just made me laugh. But my initial thoughts on the video is I was at work, so I shouldn't have been watching the video because it was sitting there at the computer screen. But Craig came over with my boss, and our middle watching, I kind of was mad at him for like interrupting because I was getting excited. I'm watching like, oh yeah, that's putting together with that. That makes sense, and like confirming them saying this. Then he comes over in the middle of them. It's like, what do you want? Like I'm in the middle of something important right now, and I'm getting excited. It's probably the most excited I've been on watching any trailers. Avengers, nah, because I wouldn't expect it. I think the reason I'm so excited is because of speculation. So anyway, let's get to the speculation and what I liked about the video. It's a teaser, so there's no plot details, and I like that because we're so far away that I'm happy that I'm not getting all the info I need from it. But it starts off, in a new planet. Everybody thought it was the original planet Tatooine, but it's actually a planet called Jakku or something like that. But you see a Star Destroyer on the planet, a big old ship falling. It's like, my first thought, what happened there, And something you probably will get is the new Star Wars game Battlefront that comes out. It explains, like you play and it has what happened there, kind of what they explain. Then you have Luke talking to somebody, and this is kind of big controversy with everyone is everybody's saying it's from Return of the Jedi. It's old, young Luke talking, but then who's the last words he says? And you have it too, talking about the Force. So it's like the old Luke didn't say that, or the young Luke didn't say that. So he's obviously talking to somebody. And then the way they played it off was like my sister has it, and so female gets the lightsaber, but it's like who's handing that off? Because I froze it. It's not a guy's hand handing it off, so I don't know who that person is. It's all speculation on who's handing it off. Is it an alien, whoever, or whatever? And then you have the hand going on R2D2, which most likely is Luke because he has a robotic hand. And then you have this guy called Kylo Ren who has the mask. He's the guy that has the tri-saber and everything. And when I first saw it, I forgot about the Kylo Ren guy. I was thinking there's a guy called Darth Revan, and he's like way like his stuff is like thousands of years in the past, and he just always wears a mask. He's a bad dude. He used to be a Jedi, then he went to the dark side, became a Sith Lord, then he went back to being a Jedi or whatever. So, and his story is interesting. So that got me excited there. Then I found out it was Kylo Ren, and Kylo Ren's supposed to be an artifact hunter, and so he might just have took Revan's mask and he's using it now, and he's somebody who's strong on the Force. So that got me excited for that and seeing what he does. And then everything else was fun. The excitement of ships flying by the water, the Millennium Falcon doing this thing. But then none got everybody more excited than at the end when you got Han Solo and Chewie standing next to each other talking about we're home. Yeah. And the weird part is that's a shot for shot. Exactly what they shot there is in one of the, I don't remember what movie it is, but it's in one of the other movies exactly the same way. Just Han Solo younger. And I mean, Chewie has the crossbow, Han has a blaster and everything. Yeah. But so everybody's tripping off that, and everybody feels like, or at least the word is, that's for the fans to say, hey, we're back, we're done with the prequels. Sorry for you who like those. It's done with the prequels, the crap of prequels. Ignore those. We're going back to what made you guys love Star Wars. So that was a lot of excitement there. Yeah. But let's get off of Star Wars for a minute and let's go to something you're more in tune with. And okay, so this trailer, Batman v Superman teaser trailer dropped. It wasn't supposed to be done until the 20th because Zack Snyder tweeted out, said, hey, a special IMAX thing. And from what I heard, they might have done something different because it was yesterday. But somebody leaked it, and then you had to tell me about it. Yeah. I hate leaked footage because it's like watching a bootleg movie. It's like, this is crap. I want the HD, 4K, whatever it is, whatever the best definition, I want that. Yeah. But I mean, it made it so we got the teaser trailer. So, what did you think of the Batman v Superman?
My overall opinion. Overall, with the whole DC universe and their movie making is, I feel like this movie only really exists because, as we discussed earlier, I feel like they have to compete with Marvel. Everybody's doing these superhero team-up movies where, they have the Avengers, they have this and that. And DC, I know they're working on the Suicide Squad, which we did
Justice League 2.
Yeah, and Justice League that we did, a podcast on or whatever. So, I think that's where this movie comes into play. And those are DC's two biggest heavy hitters, Batman and Superman. So, they had to put those two together to put people in the seats. And from what I saw in the teaser, it's called a teaser. It shows you a lot. I mean, actually, in the few seconds that it was on, and I like the direction they were going. It showed a lot of kind of worshiping of Superman, and it looks like maybe from what I've seen that Batman is kind of opposed to that. They don't want you worshiping Superman, thinking too much of him. He's not a god. He's just he's really an alien. And
he's an alien.
Yeah, and so they show Batman in his regular costume. They show this armor costume that he probably has to put on with the light up eyes to battle Superman.
I don't like those light up eyes.
I figured he has to do it.
Yeah, I guess it's like you got to, but it's like I don't like that look.
Get in the ring with Superman, which honestly isn't a fair fight with really anybody in the DC universe because he's like perfect at everything. He has super speed, super strength, super ice breath, like laser eyes.
He can do it.
I mean, even if Batman is super smart, and he has $1 billion. Like you really can't compete with that. But for the movie, they'll make it work. They'll make it work for the movie. So it had me excited for that. I've seen the Bat plane, the Batmobile. all the different gadgets that Batman can come up with to compete against Superman, all the traditional stuff that makes you love Batman. You saw it in the trailer, and also with Superman, you saw him lifting a car or something like that.
It was like a ship or something, a rock. Like, if you look,
it was something. Whatever, it was something big. It was something big. It was holding up. So and
Superman lifting stuff.
Yeah,
pick that up.
So it had me excited for that. But again, I'm not a huge DC fan, and I feel like this movie exists just to compete with Marvel and everything they're doing. They're destroying the box office with all their movies for the past year. So it's nice to see DC step in the ring and try to put something together. And it looks like it's going to be pretty good based off the 20 seconds of the trailer.
That's funny. It's funny you said about them trying to compete because everybody's trying to copy Marvel. If you think about it, like, I just heard this: the Transformers and Ghostbusters both are trying to make a universe in their movies, which sounds stupid on both fronts. But we're not talking about those. We're talking about Batman v Superman.
What did you think about it?
Well, before I get to the trailer, what you said, because you said about what they're doing with their whole universe, and it seems like they're making all the right decisions. I mean, if you're going to start with something, if you're trying to compete, because everybody on the planet knows Batman and Superman. Like even though now everybody knows Avengers and stuff like that. Before, people didn't know Iron Man. People knew Captain America, but then Thor and stuff like that. These characters didn't know. Everybody knows Batman and Superman. So you start with that, and if you make that, and then they're introducing a lot of like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg and stuff. They're introducing a lot of those characters. Mm-hmm. So in that movie, so you come out of the gate with that. Well, after Man still, but if you come out of the gate with that next, and everybody loves it. To me, you didn't catch up. But you're on a good start. You're on a good path. And then what you said about Batman, I'm like a hater love. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. Christian Bale didn't like him. Michael Keaton, I did. But one thing I don't like about Batman is all the fanboys are like, oh, Batman can take on so-and-so. He's so smart. He's been trained by all these assassins. Superman's a god. Superman can't be hurt. He's faster than a bullet. You can't do anything. You can't get close enough to Superman to hurt him.
You have to think about a lot of theoretical ways to hurt Superman. Get a kryptonite bullet.
I'm going to shoot him with a kryptonite bullet. Superman will see that bullet coming. The bullet will be coming slowly. Be like, oh, yeah, come here, bullet. I'm going to do this. Slap Batman in the back of the head. Knock him out. You know what? Even though normally I don't kill, I'm going to be mean to Batman because Batman's talking me with all rap. Yeah, you think I'm going to bleed? How about I throw you to another planet? Then what you gonna do? You gonna use your $1 billion and your ninja skills to beat me up? No, you're gonna be on another planet. You're gonna die. But anyway, to the trailer. Just saying, I hate that shit.
Tell everybody how you really feel about Batman.
It's not Batman. It's that everybody gives him more credit. It's like he can't beat most superheroes up.
We can debate about this all the time, back and forth. But he's DC's equivalent to Iron Man, or Iron Man is his equivalent.
Yeah, that makes. But nobody's sitting there walking around saying, "Oh, Iron Man can beat up the Hulk. Iron Man can take on Superman."
It's just because he goes back a little bit further, so everybody grew up with him. Everybody got a special place in the heart for Batman.
I like him too, but let's not lie. Let's be real. Anyway, for the purpose of the movie, he can fight Superman.
Right.
And is all that crap I was just talking. I like the trend. I like where they're going with it because it's like some people love Superman, some people are like, this guy could hurt us all. And that's like the world we live in. Like, some people worship some people and some people think they're negative, no matter how good they're trying to do. Yeah. Like, nobody likes a goody-goody and stuff like that. I know I don't. But, so the fact that you have, Lex Luthor's in the background talking, trying to push, he's a false god, he's negative. And then you have Alfred saying, when he's saying, talking about Bruce Wayne, being his powerlessness, or however he said it, which was kind of funny. And just talking about how Bruce is like, this is a well-fought Batman that's been here for years, who's like psycho crazy. Like, he strikes fear in everybody with being the Bat, and he's been doing it forever. And then when, I don't know about, it could have been kind of corny, but I liked it when he was like, "Do you bleed? You will." I
didn't like it. It reminded me of Christian Bale and his overselling of the dark voice. I didn't.
Well, it
wasn't as bad, but it just reminded me.
Well, this is why I liked it, because I hated Christian Bale's voice in Batman. That was the reason why I didn't like the first Batman Begins. Because swear to me, I hated that. But this wasn't Ben Affleck doing it. It's like his voice is modulated, so it's not like he's trying to make it raspy. It's just that's the voice that he is, the voice box or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's the voice box. And then it was more of the words he said. Like, granted, in my eyes, Batman, you can't hurt Superman, but your confidence, like he's trying to talk to him, Superman, like he talks to everybody else. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Even though Superman's like, yeah, right, buddy. You can't do anything. Even if you're super suit, you can't do nothing.
Right.
But I can't wait for it. I think the only other thing I'll think about it was is Ben Affleck, and you kind of brought up well, I think off camera, but was the bat suit. Like Ben Affleck is a big dude. Like if if they were matched just physical strength, it looks like he could take them because the bat suit looks pretty cool. And is one point instead of it being all army based and like tricked out or whatever, it looks more legit and like battle tough ready.
Right.
So I mean, I like that design as well. But
he did. He put on at least 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. Just for this role, man. He looked kind of small.
You've seen him like Gone Girl and stuff. You can see that he got bigger for it, and I'm sure he's even more jacked now. But now we're getting off that, and we're gonna go to our email questions. And on the last video, I said our guy Mark George, he had an extra question that I was gonna save for a later video, which I thought was gonna be, next week's video when I watched Avengers and stuff because of the Star Wars trailer opening up on that. But we got it on this one. So his question says, "What do you think the next Star Wars spin? Or what do you want the next Star Wars spinoff to be?" Before I answer that, Star Wars changed the whole wording, so it's Star Wars Anthology, and the first one actually is called Rogue One, which is they talked about it this weekend. It's gonna be it's taking place between the third and the fourth film, or the third and fourth episode, and it's about getting the Death Star plans. Okay. So that's kind of the Rogue One is kind of episode one because it's the one that it's not episode one, it'd be like episode 3.5, but it's the one that starts everything that happened from Darth Vader on. So excuse me. So that's like real important. But we were trying to talk about it earlier. What's your dang, those raspy. What's this anthology movie that you would want to see, whether it be character based or a story of you do those stories?
To be honest, as a casual moviegoer, I'm not really into Star Wars.
Weirdo.
Just listening to you talk just a little while ago, it just kind of reminded me why I'm confused. Like episode 1 is before Darth Vader, then 5 years later this happened, then what about Anakin? Like it's just too much going on, too much jumping around. And it's not in chronological order, so it's a little bit confusing. So with that being said, from my perspective, it has to be somebody that catches my eye, somebody like a Chewbacca, somebody that's iconic with the franchise that, I can just look at and locate. I don't have to worry about what time he's in. It's just like, oh, he looks cool, I like him, or something like that. So if I had to roll with the character, being the casual Star Wars fan, I would probably have to say somebody like Chewbacca, because I don't feel like, from what I've seen, his story's been fleshed out. All he has the little or whatever the noise that I don't want to do on camera.
Hold on, so you're gonna watch a movie where you can't you do want to go to his home? Okay, since we're gonna get into him, you want to go to his home planet, or do you want like him and Han going on missions?
Just more about him. I mean, I don't think they've explored his whole backstory, his whole race, and why he only has one noise.
His whole race has one noise. They live to like be like 400, and his whole race is they can understand each other.
But can anybody else understand them?
Han can, and Leia learned to.
All right, well, it's almost like I don't know. Yeah,
it's like R2D2. They like Luke can kind of understand R2D2 with his beep boop beep.
Somebody that's iconic to the franchise, and me as a casual Star Wars fan, I need somebody that I can relate to and just look at and be like, oh yeah, that's the big furry guy that makes the one noise. So I don't know all the ins and outs the way you do. So I would have to go with somebody like Chewbacca. Yeah.
All right, I ain't mad at that. I like Chewbacca. I think the only way it would work is to me, because you either have to do subtitles with him or you have to have somebody translate. Like, oh yeah, Chewie said, I don't like you. It had to be like that. But my initial thought would be like character wise, I want a Yoda movie. That'd be the movie I want character wise.
You're a huge Yoda fan.
Yeah, I am. He talks backwards. He's real strong. He'll make jokes, make you look stupid. But honestly, instead of his story, as much as I want his, because of the stuff I've listened to recently, I would want some Old Republic. I want everything Old Republic to get covered. But it's this guy called Darth Bane, and basically he's the guy who starts. He's the reason why everything happens later on. Granted, it was like hundreds or thousands of years before everything. But he's the one that started the plan. He's like, hey, I'm a true Sith Lord. I found all this stuff out. And what we're doing is not working because what used to be Sith fighting Jedi, tons of Sith and tons of Jedi fighting. He's like, this is not gonna work. He's like, there's no way because we're gonna Sith fight. We hate so much and we're so dark. We fight each other, and the Jedi just let us kill ourselves. Now he's like, so I'm creating a rule of two. There's one master, one apprentice, and together, like it'll just you both are building up, and then once the apprentice matches the Jedi, he's supposed. I mean, not the Jedi, the master. He's supposed to try to fight him, and whoever fight to the death, and whoever wins goes to fight another apprentice. That way, that the Sith can keep getting stronger and stronger, and eventually, they're supposed to come up with a plan together, like over the years, to defeat the Jedi. And that's kind of what happens in Episode 3. Is that at Order 66 when all the Jedi's are killed, and then Darth Vader's born, and all that stuff happens. So that's kind of his plan, and he got his story just real cool about the way he does everything and his apprentice and all the stuff they go through. So that's a real interesting story for me. But anything Old Republic wise is all cool stories. So I mean, more Star Wars the better. Now that we got that question out of the way, we're gonna get to movie picks. Since we did a video just last week, and didn't have a new movie pick, and there's no good new movies out on Blu-ray. There was a lot of new movies that came out this past weekend, so I'm just gonna name off the 4 that just came out, and since I saw them all, I'll just give you my quick opinion or kind of a score on them. And since this movie I just saw today, and somebody already posted and said they liked the movie and they thought it was funny. Sorry, I hope you still watch the video, like it and everything, but I hated the movie. It's called Paul Blart's Mall Cop with Kevin James. It's like, I knew I wasn't gonna. I mean, I tried to go with subjective and watch it, but it was so bad. It wasn't funny. It was the same fat joke humor that he does. It was just corny. It's like, no, this wouldn't happen. This wouldn't happen. It makes no sense. Just no, whatever. But so I gave that a 1 out of 10, just so you guys know. The next movie, in interest of last week when we were talking about horror movies, I saw Unfriended. Cool concept and pretty cool horror movie. I mean, it was the reason was hard because I was like, turn off your laptop, because I mean the whole movie takes place in a chat on Skype, 5 friends on Skype, and a demon is part of the Skype and messing with them like, we're going to play a game. I'm trying to figure out which one of y'all posted the video that made me kill myself, basically. It's like, and I mean, and all in all, it's a movie, and its message is stop cyberbullying. And I think me and you've talked about, bullying in general and cyberbullying. Turn off your daggone laptop. If somebody is bullying me on Facebook and being rude, I can block them. That's the magic of everything. It's just, I'll block, unfriend you, or I'll get off my laptop or my phone or Facebook, whatever, and you don't have to deal with it. And then, I mean, on top of that, if like you're good to your kids and you give them love at home, and you help them deal with the bully. Stop putting it on everybody else. I mean, granted, I understand bullying is wrong, but just so
sensitive.
Yeah, I hate that. So sensitive on that. Everybody gotta be careful what they say. And then, hey, you better stay on your laptop. This person's doing something, I don't like it. Get off the daggone laptop. And all the friends were like sleazy. Like if this was us, our group of friends, we wouldn't have the issue, because really what it came down to, they're all liars. They're all mean to their friends, and it's like, oh man, that's what you have to do to make horror movies work. That's why they get on my nerves. But it was a good movie, and a girl was freaked out in the movie. It was funny.
In the theater?
Like, we were walking out, and the girl like flashed a light in her friend's face. She punched her seriously. She's like, "What the? Don't do that! Oh my god!" I was like, it wasn't that scary, but whatever. The next movie is called True Story. It's with Jonah Hill and James Franco. No, it's not a comedy, even though these two are like comedy powerhouses. It's actually a drama. It's about James Franco's character who's committed a murder in his family. But when they found him, he was using Jonah Hill's character, his name, and saying, and at the time he worked for the New York Times. Mm-hmm. So he basically was using his name, and Jonah Hill's trying to figure out why or whatever. And so it's about them talking and figuring out, did James Franco really do it or not? Is it a mind game or whatever? And that was interesting. It was pretty good. And then we have Ex Machina, which actually is a limited release, but it's opening up this weekend to more audiences. And it's pretty cool sci-fi, because it's about, and it's different too. It's
I think it's based on an anime. If I'm not mistaken.
That part I don't know. But it's Oscar Isaac's character is like a super genius, and he creates this AI, artificial intelligence, and it's a woman basically. Like part of the body is a woman, part of it's a robot, and he just wants to do an experiment. He gets a guy from his job that won a thing to come test the AI, and it's everything that happens throughout that whole world. Like, is the AI messing with the guy, or is Oscar Isaac, the genius, messing with the guy he has come training? Like, what's really going on? Do you fall in love with a robot? Could it be, have real human emotion? So that was interesting. And the thing that I think everybody should go see is Monkey Kingdom, because the name sounds funny when you think Monkey Kingdom, but it's, Earth Day just passed, and they do like the first week. They donate all the money to, help nature and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just Tina Fey's doing a narration on it. And, she's funny, and you see the monkeys doing their thing, having fun, and the hierarchy of, we're the royals, and then the scum down here, which is kind of funny in a way, because that's the way it is in nature, and it's the way we do it here. Granted, we say, this is right, this is wrong, but it's like that in nature and everywhere else. It's like if either you're a royal or you're down bottom or you're in the middle and trying to, work your way. So it's really a story about going from, Drake says, starting from the bottom out here. It's about when you're down there and you're just working your way up, So love the story. Love the all those movies I liked except for Paul Blart. And I would recommend all those except for Paul Blart. So please don't see that movie so they don't make it anymore, please. I just stop it. I bet you money they're going to make a third one. I know they're going to make it third. Go see Fast and 7 again or something. Don't see that movie. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. Please make sure you go to the YouTube channel after this video. Subscribe, like, share, and just try to get the videos out there so we can keep more coming. Maybe have more frequent ones since all the movie news coming. There have so many trailers out. Also, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at dwood2324. And also make sure, if you guys want to get a question on the show, I'll always shout you out if you do. Just put it at TalkingmovieswithD@gmail.com. You can find the big guy actually on Xbox One getting beat by Mark at Mortal Kombat because obviously the other day he got beat pretty bad, getting fatality on and everything. And me again, you can find on all the various networks at dwood2324. So talk to you guys later. And in the interest of the show, may the force be with you.